Become a professional American Red Cross certified lifeguard today. You must be at least 15 years of age, be able to swim 500 yards nonstop, retrieve a 10-pound weight from the bottom of a pool, and pass a written test. Lifeguard training classes are signing up right now. For more information, call 664-3018. That's 664-3018.
Good evening and welcome to Collinwood Athletic Center here for the 2018 Midget All-Star Game. I'm joined with my partner, Jason Dunn. Tim Wells will be joining me later in the telecast. But Jason, a great group of kids here, citizenship, academics play a role in them being selected. What are we in for a store today?
We're in for an exciting game. We're looking at all-stars. We're looking at the best of the best on each program in the league. Like you said, we got a group of kids that with citizenship, leadership, dedication to the program and to the league. So I think we're in for a real exciting game today.
Well, folks, sit back and relax. It's a cold, crisp autumn night.
Yeah, we got a drone.
We're going to take it over to Joe Wise for the announcement.
Welcome to the Collinwood Athletic Complex for the 2018 Midget All-Star Game. The National All-Stars are dressed in white with maroon lettering. The American All-Stars have on the navy jersey with white lettering. Would you please now stand for the recognizing of our colors and the singing of the national anthem.
Okay, folks, as you take a look at the Midget All-Stars from the National League team right there in the white jerseys. The American team will be in the maroon jerseys. Again, this is a division of 8 and 9-year-olds playing the best of the best in each conference in the Cleveland Community Football League. But first, we have some special rules we need to go over. Jason?
All right, we got the midget division. Like John said, we got 8 and 9-year-olds. No weight limit at all. So any position can carry the football, and you can play anywhere you want to freely. We do have one coach on the field for each team. The offensive coach in the huddle. Once the huddle is broken, he's back 10 yards. Same thing for the defensive coach. Only thing is he's back 20 yards. 8-minute quarters, regulation clock. We have four timeouts per team per game. Mandatory play rule is in effect. You have 11 different offensive players and 11 different defensive players. They switch roles after the first quarter. In the second half, the coaches can kind of freestyle and freely determine who they want to play in the second half. So it's definitely up to the coaches in the second half. No holds bar. There's no blitzing at all in the All-Star game to try to protect the players and player safety. The defensive line may have no more than 5 players on the defensive line. There is no kickoffs. The ball is spotted for play at the 35-yard line. No punts. We go by modified automatic punt rule. The ball is advanced 20 yards. Clock will resume a 15-second runoff. Must be outside the opponent's 30-yard line in order to use the automatic punt rule. Our scoring breakdown is conventional. Touchdown worth 6 points. A safety is 2 points. Ball is placed at midfield. On an extra points, a kick is 2 points. A run or pass is 1.
Now we're going to take a look at the referees for today's game. We got a few veterans right here. Bruce Hill, 32 years as a referee, 1977 graduate of Hawkins probation officer, retired. That's a good deal. Carlton Durrell, 15 years as a referee, a 1985 graduate of Benedictine High School, home of the champions, retired law officer. And we also have Marlon Henderson, who's been with us for quite some time, and we're glad to have these guys here today to officiate the game. Again, as I mentioned, it's a cool, crisp day. So far, the rain has held up. And we want to thank all the parents and the coaches for this year's efforts of getting the kids to practice and coaching them up. Jason, what type of preparation did the coaches go through in order to perform here today?
Each team was given 4 practice sessions, stopped by the American and International. Both programs definitely maximized the time they were given. Talked with head coach Mike Miller, who's the head coach of the national squad from Cleveland Stallions. And what he wants to do is he wants to get off to a fast start. He's got a lot of speed, and he wants to attack the edge early. Coach Kevin Penn from Powell 6, who's the head coach of the American team. Coach Kevin Penn has the power. So he wants to establish the game. He wants to control the clock and wants to run off tackle.
Well, as Jason mentioned, a couple of coaches from the American and National League All-Star coaching staffs. I'll finish it all off. Again, like he said, Kevin Penn is the head coach of the American All-Stars. Jovan Goodson will join him. Tanachi McLean of Powell 6. Devin Thomas of Garden Valley. For the National All-Stars, you got Michael Miller of Cleveland Stallions. George Freeman, Cleveland Stallions. Marcus Perkins, Cleveland Stallions. DeAndre Bell, the Northeast Ohio Saints. Raynell Taylor, Northeast Ohio Saints. And Tony Cummins of the Umoja Jaguars. It looks like the team in the maroon, the national team, has won the toss, and they have elected to start the ball game on offense. See, we got a little maintenance out there. So there's some moisture, so there's a towel being given to the referee so he can keep the ball nice and dry. Jason, talk about a little bit about the format for the midgets and the fact that the coach is on the field.
Well, you got 8, 9-year-old kids, so it's it kind of aids in speeding up the flow of the game and actually helping get into a flow of the game. By the coaches being in the huddle, you don't have to worry about trying to send messengers in, because we all know with 8 and 9-year-olds, you can give one play. By the time they get to the field, it might be something different. Mm-hmm. So the coach is basically just an extension of a position coach, the equivalent position coach in practice.
They do a very good job of making sure, like you said, that the kids are lined up, they're executing their assignments. And in a game like one today where some kids might be playing out of position. That's going to be very important. Again, there's no weight limits on this level or any level in Muni football. So when you see a true lineman, he's going to play line. And you see a true running back and a wide receiver and a quarterback. Those may be a little interchangeable, but don't be surprised if you do see a lineman running the football to
and from
give
my
him something to brag about.
And from my visit to practice, you know, they were dialing up some trick plays, and it did involve some of the big boys in the backfield.
Well, in this division, we had a lot of big play people, and they're playing here today. You got the leading scorer for this division, 90 points, Elijah Harris. For the American team, you got the 6th leading scorer on this team for the American team, and Zaire Larry. You got the 3rd leading scorer, and Antoine Livingston. So they can put up points early and often, and so can the national team with Adon Hall, Tristan Hughes, 2nd in scoring, and 3rd in scoring Robert King. 8th leading scorer Keyshawn Telfair. Line up, it's like a full backfield. And they run it right up, a quick hitter right off the right side. Look like number 6 is the ball carrier. And that would be Brandon Gay.
You know, and that was a good stop by number 12, Antonio Williams Jr. from the Northeast Ohio Kings, which was a new addition to our program this year.
Brandon Gray from HAPA, a 4th grader, Moja Jaguars. He's a Giants fan, and his favorite player is Baker Mayfield. His hobbies are he likes football, a Merit Road student, so he's smart, and he likes building things. It looks like we got an injured player on the national team. We're going to take a break here at Collinwood Athletic Complex. We'll be right back.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
All right, welcome back, folks, to Collinwood Complex Center, the home of the 2018 Midget All-Star Game. We had a player injured, but he's up and off the field. He left the field on his own power. I want to apologize for the confusion between the American teams and the national teams, but we got it straightened out during the break. The American team is in the maroon, and the national team is in the white. So the American team has the ball. And it looks like we got a false start.
Yeah, you got one of those D linemen got a little giddy over there.
Dead ball, encroachment on the defense, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
As we will get our instructions on penalties and calls tonight by Bruce Hill.
And it looked like number 8, Samaj Ellison from the Stallions, who got the early start.
Couldn't hold his water, huh? Again, another full-house backfield, I formation. Uh-oh, fumble. Tailback picks it up. Looks like it's number 1. He scampers around the left side. He's found some room and put his head down and got an extra 2 or 3 yards. That's number 1, Antoine Livingston on the run. Very aware, just playing football, just like in the backyard. Say, look what I found. And he does what he does best. He just took the ball, went around the left side, and laid the boom.
And you know what, John? That was a
4.
touchdown saving tackle by number 4, Jameer Martin, is from CMHA Renegades.
Yeah, that was a good job by him, because if he's not there, there's an early lead here by the American team. 1st and 10. American in the National Conference territory. Number 8 under center for the American team. Alexander Finley. Straight line backfield, flag on the play. Kid's a keeper, trying to get around left side, and he smacked hard. And he gives up the football with that smack, too. Woo.
Hey, Johnny, coming up with that hit was number 7, Tristan Hughes.
Good job by Tristan Hughes. We've heard that name before throughout the entire season as he was on the championship team. You can see right here, it looks like a mix-up in the backfield. There it is.
Illegal formation
On
the offense is declined. First down.
Legal procedure on the offense will get a ball to the national team. And good field position on the 42-yard line. Let's take a look at it again right here, Jason. That looks pretty close to being a helmet-to-helmet collision. The referee is standing right there, but he didn't call it. He also ducked his head and used it. Probably could have got a spearing call as well.
And, you know, and it's hard to see it in live speed, but when, you know, you slow it down, and, you know, we got the benefit of seeing it in slow motion. You know, it was bang, bang.
Yeah, the referee had a good angle on it. He didn't think that it was a personal foul, but it was awful close. We got a timeout for the American team to get this defense set up.
You know, let's talk about Tristan Hughes getting us started at the All-Star game on defense. He was our championship game offensive MVP, 2nd in the league in scoring with 79 points, and he's starting it off on defense right now.
Yeah, Tristan's been a huge treat to watch on the termite level, and he's elevated up to the midget level, and he's got a bright future. And like you said, Jason, he's starting this game off on the bang, setting the tone for this national conference team. Oh, they're in the shotgun. Takes the ball, a little mix up. He tries to hand the ball off to number 4 right there in the backfield.
And that's Jameer Martimus from CMHA.
You can see right here, just quite didn't mesh as they tried to get the ball in there. As the quarterback for the national team is number 2. Direct snap, he takes it around the left side. He's trying to get around, dance a little bit, came back. He gets across the 50-yard line. And now they're looking at a 3rd and 6, 5. It's a good job of making something out of nothing. Number 11 gets it blocked.
And he was originally slowed down by number 4, Tanachi McLean from Pal 6, Red Dogs.
Yeah, to make sure they secure that ball tonight. Number 23 ended up bringing him down. He slings him forward. Ball carrier is number 6. Number 6, Brandon Gay of the Moja Jaguars.
And number 3, Tavell Steele Jr. from Garden Valley on the tackle.
Get in there, Jacob.
That's a name we should hear a lot of.
Jamal Goodson, 9th leading scorer in the league, 43 points. Had long runs of 40 yards, 34 yards, 70 yards, 56 yards. It goes on and on and on. There's a direct snap to the main man as he tries to go pick up a first down. This is the weapon right here. Number 7. Always in 7. I guess that means touchdown. Tristan Hughes picks up the first down. Try to keep this drive alive. That's where the bread is buttered for this offense of the national team.
Yeah, that American defense is going to have their hands full today protecting the edge.
Come on, come on, step over. Cobra, step over, Cobra.
Good.
Robert King III taking the snap. Some finger pointing going on. I think it's going to be on offense. Look like number 8 moved.
And, you know, and it's still early. And like I said, in the All-Star game with only 4 practice sessions, trying to get your timing down.
On the offense.
Another quarterback.
We got it right here, y'all.
First down.
Yeah, number 8 right there jumped off sides. Ellison for the Cleveland Stallions. It's hard for him to hide. He's a big guy. There's a pass attempt. No one able to connect as he tried to hit number 1 streaking down the field. Pippen Johnson from the Cleveland Stallions. Showing some good speed, but not able to catch up with that long pass. Got an arm on him.
You know what? But that was good coverage as well by number 10, Ray John Anglin from the Glenville Panthers.
See the rain coming down here on this Saturday evening. This is football weather, folks, in Northeast Ohio. And we're here at the Collinwood Athletic Complex of the 2018 Midget All-Star Game. We're looking at second down and about 13 yards. Tristan Hughes takes some snap and he dips outside, dips outside. And excuse me, not Tristan, but Telfair. Kind of look alike, both of those guys. They wear the same uniform from the Saints. See right here, Jason, what happened.
He just came in, bounces it outside. And like I said, they want to get outside as much as possible. And he did a good job. And there was that tackler again, number 4, Tanachi McLean from Pile 6 in pursuit.
What position number 21 play?
Antonio Robinson of the Collinwood Cobras did a good job of keeping him inside as well. But that contained. You see right here.
Get back, Tony. Come get
Third down. He takes it right to number 11. He's not able to get away. Get them little legs going there, Pippen.
And that was a good stop on the play by number 16, Jacob Doss from the Collinwood Cobras.
Yeah, just took a direct snap and came right around the right side. But again, like you said, great job and hustle.
And he came across the ball, took an angle, went in pursuit, and stuck with it.
Now we're looking at a 4th down and 11. They're not going with the punt. So they're going to go ahead and try to run the play to get the first down, having confidence in the defense that if they don't get it, they'll be able to stop him. And they had to go with the reverse and didn't look the ball in.
On the play.
Oh, my.
And
Number 22.
Up with it. And that's a recovery by number 22, Chase Youngblood, Ohio Cardinals standout.
You see right here, he got the first handoff good, but number 1 just couldn't corral it.
He didn't form that pocket.
No, he did not. This is the fundamental. Pippen Johnson not able to hold on to it and causes the second turnover of the game. No, it's first turnover of the game. So the Nationals will take over on downs and on turnover at their own 46-yard line, 46 and a half.
You know,
34 left to go in the first quarter.
And in recovering that fumble with Chase Youngblood, you know, I said Ohio Cardinals. He's a Cleveland Browns fan. We had a young Browns fan, and his favorite football player is Jarvis Landry.
Going in the right direction, son. Going in the right direction. I want to see any Pittsburgh Steeler. Any Pittsburgh Steeler guy? Oh, yeah. Antonio Robinson. Who else? Davion Marlin. We're going to make those guys run after the game. Who else? And I think that's it. That's an up. Antoine Williams. We got to work on those guys. We got time. We got time. American team take control of the football right here. Oh, my. Good job by number 24.
And bursting through the middle is number 24, Christopher Lucius from the Cleveland Stallions.
That's a big fella, too. My, oh, my. Did a good job with penetration there and disrupted the exchange in the backfield. There was no exchange.
And you know what, Christopher Lucius, that's another Browns fan. Yeah, I'm sensing something special with these kids just like the Cleveland Browns.
Maybe they'll be able to help out in about 12 more years. As you see the American team coach get some substitutions in there. Take a look at 33. LaTrey Peterson of the Glenville Elite Panthers. Trey had a real good season. Got number 10 at quarterback right now. Anglin turns and wow, another penetration move by number 34. Good stiff arm right there on Telfair, and he cruises out of bounds, just trying to get something positive. But it looks like that defensive line of the American team has found a soft spot in the middle.
And that was Lucius again, getting a ton of penetration. He was able to stick that stiff arm out there on number 3.
Good stiff arm.
And ultimately, number 13, Asante Taylor from the CMHA Renegades was able to run him out of bounds.
There we go. We got a 3rd down and 15. It's a defensive struggle so far. But 1:16 left to go in the first quarter. And if you're wondering about the overtime rules, folks, there is no overtime. It ends in regulations. We just end with a tie. See the coach trying to get his players lined up. Looked like LaTrey Peterson was trying to linger in the backfield. He wanted the ball. Ball's on the ground again. Looks like that quarterback, Anglin, is pulling out a little quick. He's got to get under there and get snug.
But do you think that can be the effects of Christopher Lucius shooting over that over top of that center and that guard?
I'm pretty sure he's giving the center a whole lot to think about. Yes. So all it takes is a couple plays of getting whipped, and you're going to have some hesitancy. So the national team will punt. Excuse me, the American team will punt. And the rule will be in effect. They'll march it off 20 yards. There'll be a 15-second runoff, which will leave us with 30 seconds to go in the first half with a 0-0 score. And the national team will take over on their own 40-yard line. Oh, we got the Cleveland Stallions coach out there on the field right now.
That is head coach Mike Miller calling the offense right now.
Mike Miller calling the offense. Looks like they're saving their big weapons for the second half. Telfair and Hughes give all the other kids a chance to play, the players a chance to play at their positions on offense. And he's going nowhere. Can't get him down, but he's not going anywhere.
Hey, the interior of that defense was ready this time.
Yes, they were.
You know, that's a good job of Coach Mike Miller. This is an all-star game. You get all the kids touches early. So when you come down the stretch, you can ride your horses on down.
Yeah, that's a philosophy that I believe in. As we come to the close of the first quarter.
Everybody over here, hurry up.
As we take a break, we'll leave the first quarter with a 0-0 tie. American Conference against the National Conference. As you look at the aerial view of TV20, what a beautiful sight that is. We'll be right back. Welcome back, folks, to the Collinwood Athletic Complex, where the American Conference and the National Conference of the Midget Division All-Stars have fought the first quarter with a 0-0 tie. The National League team has the football that they travel from north to south. We'll try to get you the numbers of the players the best we can. Looks like number 1 is that quarterback right now. And the high snap, he handles it, but he's able to get on it. That was close. And number 1 will be Pippin Johnson.
Yeah, and he was able to get on top of it before number 12, Antonio Williams from the Kings got there.
So Pippin Johnson be lining up again at quarterback. Nope, it's Hughes. Hughes takes the handoff, goes up to the left side. Looks like the ball's on the ground, but they called him down.
And Hughes was tackled by number 17, Jaquan Gibson from the Powell 6 Red Dogs.
Take a look at it here. Hughes finds a little crease right inside, does a good job of following his blockers. 9 times out of 10, he's going to make the first man miss. He's just one of those gifted runners that have excellent vision. As you take a look at Tristan Hughes. Right
Always
there.
protect the cutback lanes against him.
Lincoln Preparatory, 4th grader for the Westside Wolverines. Number 2 carrying the football that time for the Nationals. Take a look at it right here. Just looking for a crease to get some positive yards. And he pushes it up in there.
And he was tackled by number 6. That was Jamal Goodson of the Powell 6 Red Dogs.
Got Robert King out there on the edge, and he gets a real good block. Good job by Robert King III.
You know, actually, they switched it up this time. They went back to Mr. Hughes.
Yeah, they did. And he was able to get positive yards and put him in a better 3rd down situation. You'll see late in the picture, King III out there on the end, blocking the corner.
You know, I don't
right
know if,
there.
I don't know if they did a shift, but it looked like King was at quarterback. And next thing you know, the snap is going to Mr. Hughes.
Some pretty creative offensive philosophy there. And I'm always amazed at that when you have such a limited amount of practices, how they can get all these kids on the same page. You got a tight formation with King III down there at the bottom of your screen. And Hughes acquiesced to Telefair to get positive yards. It's going to be close to a 1st down. And they're going to be short for about 2 yards. You can see right here. Snap didn't quite get back to the quarterback, did it?
You know, and that was a great job by number 9, Osei Scott Jr. from Powell 6, of actually staying at home, pursuing down the line of scrimmage, and sticking with the play to make the tackle.
Yeah, that Osei Scott Jr. is a one heck of a ball player. I've been watching him all season, and he's made a lot of impact plays for Powell 6.
And we've caught a lot of Powell 6 defenders on tackles today. Powell 6 did lead the league in defensive points given up with only 6.
Yes, they did. Fake handoff. Hughes keeps, goes around, breaks 2 tackles, 3 tackles, and he's taken down right there at the 30-yard line for a pickup of another 1st down for this National League team. See right here, he fakes out number 22, gets around him. Number 7 and number 35 was able to corral him.
Yeah, and he was tripped up by number 2, Cameron C. before he was ultimately tackled by number 4, Tanachi McLean from Pile 6.
Coach gets him lined up. I'm pretty sure it's going to be just pretty much giving it to Hughes. Nope. It goes to the counterpart in the backfield, number 2, King the third. And that was a great play right there.
That's number 9 again, Osei Scott Jr. Pal 6 Red Dog.
Yeah, Osei proving with his play today on why he is an all-star. You can see him right here. Just comes right off the edge. Nobody blocks him. Nobody blocks him. Say, hey, if you're not going to block me, I'll get the tackle.
That makes it a lot easier, doesn't it?
Yes, it sure does. And it's an excellent job of wrapping him up. Osei trying to get the defensive player of the game. Let's take a look at Scott Jr. Another quick hitter, Telfair going around the right side. Pickup of about 3 yards to copy the number on his jersey. Well, now we're looking at a 3rd down and about 7. And this is a long 7 because we're trying to get into the red zone. And I'm pretty sure that American League defense is going to clamp down.
I wouldn't be surprised if they try to go to the wide side of the field on this one. Defense has to be ready.
No Hughes in the backfield. Oh, the hesitation. As he lopes with long strides over that left side. And they were able to pick up about 4 yards.
Look here.
See right here, number 6.
He probed, he bounced it outside.
Yeah,
it's a good block. And look, ooh. And that was a great way to hold on by Antonio Robinson from the Collinwood Cobras. Yeah, that could have went for bigger yardage.
Yeah, Brandon. Yeah, what was that? Brandon Gay on the carry.
Jaguar.
Good job, Brandon. A little bit of a tricky snap, but he's got it. Good job by King the third again. King the third is getting a heavy dose of carries as he gives the first down signal. He gets styling points on that, my man.
And that was another stop by number 23, Antonio Robinson from the Collinwood Cobras.
Yeah, good job by the offensive line right here. Excellent job right there by number 28, Alonzo. As they block, he gets the block in 15. He's looking to block somebody, trying to find a different color jersey. That's Antoine Williams. Let's take a look at Robert King III of the Cleveland Stallions. Oh.
Down
and
again.
who was that? Who was that? Osei?
That's Osei again.
Osei said, we won't have no more. We'll have no more.
And once again, from the end spot, once again, unblocked. They put a 2-on-1 on that offensive tackle. And he didn't know who to block. He went inside. Osei looped around outside.
Osei is setting the edge over there, and he's not taking any stuff. I tell you, the clock ticking down to the end of this first half. 1:08 left to go. Second, and it's going to be 2nd and 12 for the national team.
That's because he wrapped up on stop.
There's no score in the game.
And, you talk about Osei as we head towards the half. He's really putting together a dominant performance on defense. He's a 4th grader. His favorite team is the Carolina Panthers, and he loves Ezekiel Elliott.
Take a look at the American League huddle.
He giving them wreck when he got in there, though.
American Conference huddle here.
You don't get in that backfield, you wait, don't you? Get in that backfield.
We're talking about defense, talking about making penetration so that you don't want to let Hughes get started. You don't want King the third to get started. So they're going to try to do whatever they can to disrupt the blocking scheme and the exchange and the handoff in the backfield.
Yeah, if anybody can dial up a defense in the red zone to prevent an offense from scoring, it's Coach Kevin Penn.
We're going to see what he's made of right here. Tell you what, with those past 6 Red Dogs on his defense, he's got a good chance. Shotgun snap, gets the ball, King. Third throws up, he's open. Oh, he caught it. Touchdown, Telfair. Wow. Excellent pass.
Wow. Huh?
It don't look like the national defense was prepared for that one.
He had good position. Telfair looked it in. Watched it all the way into his hands and took it in for the score. You can see right here, Jason.
It was a great fade route. Robert King put it up there.
50-50 ball.
And he went and got it.
It's a good job. Good job, young man.
Incredible. And he kept his eyes on the ball.
Good job by the offensive line. No one, clean pocket. The 2 defenders. Can't hold on to him. He skates into the end zone. Okay, Goose Eggs is off the board. 6-0. Favor of the Nationals. As they try for the extra point, take a look at Keyshawn Telfair.
Do I see a lineman in the backfield?
Uh-oh, it's number 9. He's in there. He is in there.
And that's big number 8 right there. That's Samaj Ellison.
Good job, Samaj. Good job. Now you got some bragging rights.
You know, big Samaj Ellison, he's a 4th grader, Bluestone Academy. His favorite team is the Cleveland Browns. And John, you're going to love this one right here. His favorite player is Reggie White.
Wow. Now that's a kid after my own heart. Reggie, an ex-teammate of mine back in Philadelphia in 84 and 85. And if he can play anything like Reggie White, he's going to be all right. I want to be his agent right now. As we take a look at the aerial shot, Collinwood Complex. The Collinwood Complex as the National All-Stars have taken the lead 7-0. We got 59 seconds left to go in this half. And the American team will take over at their own 30-yard line. Excuse me, 35-yard line. Got a little momentum by that national team. We'll see if the Americans can answer.
And the National on that last drive did a great job of mixing it up. They had multiple ball carriers. I think I counted at least 6 different kids that touched the ball on that drive. And that's how you become successful in the All-Star game.
Well, like we said at the beginning of the show, Jason, there's a lot of scoring potential on both teams. And those players got a chance to touch the football to take them downfield. They put the ball on the ground a couple of times, but they were able to hold on to it, get on it. But I think we'll be okay with that for the rest of the game because, number 1, the rain has stopped. And number 2, I think the kids have settled down knowing their roles and their responsibilities. So they'll be able to handle the exchanges a lot better. See the offensive line getting set, ready to go. Snap, goes back up, put the ball on the ground again. It's still on the ground. Wow, the running back just didn't make the pocket. And they were lucky enough to get that ball back.
And they definitely caught a break on that one and dodged a bullet.
They sure did. The running back didn't get a quarterback a pocket right there. He's got both hands up in the air. It's number 6 for the American team. Jamal Goodson not exactly ready to get that football, and he's got to get mentally into the game if he expects to get back into this, get a good score so they can get back in the game. Timeout.
And that's uncharacteristic of Jamal Goodson because he was the leader of that offense for Powell 6.
Yes, he was. He had a pretty good championship game, too.
Yes, he did.
you ain't in, bag up. We don't want to confuse it up. We don't want to confuse it up.
Take a look at the American League, American Conference huddle.
Put the damn ball in first. Put the ball in. You make another mistake, you're done, baby. Look at the ball.
They got something special up their sleeve. They got to make sure everybody knows what they're supposed to do. You take a look at the National All-Star huddle.
That's the first play. You got it? Keep on the right side, right slant. All right?
They got the defense set.
You keep it in your mouth. Right here. 43. All right? Y'all ready? 2 plays back to back from the line. Y'all ready?
We doing the fly.
Y'all doing fly and the wide man doing slant.
You gotta run back to the line.
All right? 2 plays back to back, y'all. We got 20 seconds. Get that ball. Go with the green.
2 plays going no huddle offense now.
Yeah, now all you do is execute it. Coach Penn wants to try to get a score to even this thing up before he goes into halftime. He's got the talent to do it, too. See if that offensive line can hold him out. Again, remember, there's no blitzing. Shotgun snap. Gets the ball. He got a little pressure. He rolls out back to the left. He's got a little more pressure. Goes back to the right. He's going the wrong way. He's got to get around the corner. Oh. They should just let the clock run out here, but good job by the defense of the Nationals.
Yeah, he was chased down by number 6, Brandon Gay from the Emoji Jaguars.
Wow. And there's a timeout been called on the field. Quarterback's got to throw that football away when he gets in trouble like that. At this age, it's tough to teach him those types of things, but you want to get positive yards. You don't want to get negative yards. And we got a timeout. I didn't catch who called the timeout, but I would think it would be the American team. The Nationals, they have the lead and they're on defense, so it really doesn't matter to them. But the American team wants to get off just one more play. Coach Penn, American team's got his offense lined up. We'll see if he goes with that second play, shotgun formation, or they call this the pistol, really.
Got some movement.
And then this half sloppy. It looks like it was on the defense from where I'm sitting.
It looks like number 8, Samach Ellison. He was lined up in a sprinter stance, so like he was trying to get a head start time. That snap count.
On the defense. 3rd down.
So the offensive guy was drawn outside, though. He'll try it again. Down in distance really don't matter with just 5 seconds to go. You can get one-on-one with some of the speed they have on this American team. They can take it to the house. He's going to try to throw it. And
he lets it go.
Oh! And that takes us to the end of the first half, folks. National 7 and the American Conference, nothing. We'll be right back.
Sadness. Difficulty concentrating. Loss of interest. Depression can be treated. first step is talking.
We're at halftime now. This is Jason Dunn, League Director, TV20 Football League. I am here now with Chris Parrish. Chris Parrish is the owner of the Sims Raiders Youth Football and Cheerleading Organization. Chris Parrish will be today's recipient of the Pee Wee Division Coach of the Year Award. Chris, you guys had a phenomenal season. And just looking at your growth and development over the past few years, stepping in for your late grandfather, Sylvester Summerall, and taking over such a storied program, a program with so much history like the Sims Raiders. What has it meant to you to take over the Sims Raiders program?
It means a lot. Just trying to, give back to how my grandfather gave back. Not necessarily, I want to say, following his footsteps, because I believe what he's done, probably won't be accomplished again for how many lives he's touched, generations after generations, and things that he's done on the field. So, I'm just trying to put my, my little spin on as far as trying to do things off the field within the community, more community work, getting the kids involved with different things and showing them different things of life and stuff like that. So, I'm just trying to go a different route and continue my grandfather's legacy. And like I said, the stuff that he's done on the field, I don't feel that would be ever accomplished again. But I'm just trying to put my own little spin on it and bring different parts of the organization back as, doing different things.
And I see one of you guys' hashtags when I follow you guys around on social media. It's like the no drugs, no guns. And it's all about saving lives, positivity, community relations, community service. So that's a lot what your grandfather stood for and what the green and gold is about.
Right.
Now let's talk about this year, 2018. Man, oh man, you had one of the baddest men in the land running the ball for you, Justin Letman. And, I had the opportunity to see him play in the championship game. You went 5-1 this season,
right.
And en route to a championship. So you brought Sims Raiders back to the winning ways. What do you attribute to that?
To be honest with you, since we're speaking about Justin, he was actually a lineman for me last year. So, when we came back in the summer and he came back out there running with the kids, and I'm like, I think we got a problem, because he was a lineman last year, and he came back as one of the fastest kids on the team. So when you're looking at that as a coach, you already got an idea where you want to put the kids and things like that. But then I had to actually make a decision, put my pride aside and say, he's a running back, and I'm going to have to show him how to play running back and let him shine, and that's exactly what he did. I just gave him a few tools. Other coaches helped him as well, and after that, he just became a monster on his own and just started making a name for himself.
Okay, and you had a second ball carrier back there, Janelle George, which we want to shout out to. But let's give all grace to that offensive line of yours.
Oh, definitely.
That offensive line looked like the best unit in our Pee Wee division this year, and it showed in the championship game. Each and every play, those guys fired off. They not only fired off, but they continued to push and they finished blocks.
Right.
How did you guys get these kids prepared and to go out there and dominate the way they did?
Well, it's just like you said, our winning ways. Mr. Baker, the great Mr. Charles Baker, with the blocking schemes of my grandfather's blocking schemes. So, we pretty much went back to our old ways, kind of perfected it, and just homed in on the plays that we was running. So if we was having problems running in practice, we ran it about 100 times until we got it right. Because if anything, we know we'd be able to run that play. So it was just pretty much just cleaning up on the blocking schemes and making sure the kids understood what they were doing and not making it too complicated. And one of our key words this year was finish. So, it was finishing a block. So, not just making contact, but after you make the contact, finish on the drive now, get them up out of there. So, the kids bought into the concept, and that line was the heart of that team. And pretty much all them guys was there last year and came back this year. So, that's where the heart was, that line, and it showed.
Okay. Well, Chris, I know the North Collinwood community is in good hands under your leadership. I just want to say thank you on behalf of Cleveland Community Football League for the service you give, for all the lives that you touch and the impact you make each and every day. That hard work does not go unrecognized, and I would not prolong this anymore, and I would give you the hardware. 2018 Pee Wee Division Coach of the Year. This is all yours.
Appreciate it. Means a lot. Granddad made you proud. It's from my grandfather. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. We close out on that.
Become a professional American Red Cross certified lifeguard today. You must be at least 15 years of age. Be able to swim 500 yards nonstop. Retrieve a 10-pound weight from the bottom of a pool and pass a written test. Lifeguard training classes are signing up right now. For more information, call 664-3018. That's 664-3018.
Welcome back to the Collinwood Athletic Complex of the 2018 Midget All-Star Game, where the National All-Stars lead the American Conference All-Stars 7-0 as you welcome back with a beautiful aerial view of this complex. Weather's been pretty good for us tonight. It's been raining, well, more or less drizzling here and there, a little mist, some sprinkle, but for the most part, it's been pretty good. Typical Northeast Ohio weather. Had a few turnovers. We take a look at that stat sheet.
And so looking at the stat sheet, it's been all defense in the first half. When you look at total yards, the National League is leading the game in total yards with 75. And you only have 24 yards from the American League, from the American Conference right now.
The American Conference, we know, is full of talent, as they will be lined up in the maroon jerseys, and the National Conference All-Stars are in the white. Again, they're both full of talent on the offensive side of the ball, but we have to admit that the the Pal 6 Red Dogs dominating some of the defensive plays with that young man, O'Shea, making quite a few tackles off that right end to keep the national team at bay.
And we can take a look and see what kind of adjustments Coach Kevin Penn made, and also Coach Mike Miller, who's over here with the Nationals. He mixed it up a lot in the first half, 6 different ball carriers, and he really kept the ball out of the hands of his big playmakers, in an effort to get everybody, their touches through the mandatory play.
And as we welcome you back to this second half of the Midget All-Star Game, we want to thank all the parents and the volunteer coaches throughout the league for helping us complete our Muni mission of citizenship, academics, respect, and football. Had a successful year this year with a record amount of low percentage of injuries. The national team takes the hike. It's a straight snap to number 12. It goes around the right side, the left side, and gets out of bounds. And that was number 12, Micah Story, the Moja Jaguars.
And Stories was one of the leaders of that group over with Umoja this year, who had a pretty successful season.
Yeah, Micah Story, number 12. Harvey Rice, 4th grader. Baker Mayfield is his favorite player. Browns fan. Merritt Road student. Keep up the good work, Mr. Story. We have another quarterback now. We got a big guy, 28.
Ooh.
And it looks like that national team is having a little fun today. Starting off this second half.
I love it.
Yeah, we got you, big fella. We got you, Alonzo. Tell them to block for you. Open up a hole like you do for them. Northeast Ohio Saints, white team. I guess they're, back in the day, that's what we keep him quiet on the bus on the way home. He got his catch, he got his touch. We got another gentleman carrying the football now, and they're pushing the pile. And he was able to pick up a good 5 yards after initial contact. That's number 15. I believe that's another lineman.
And that right there will give actually no, it's be 3rd down and less than 1 yard.
Antoine Williams was the ball carrier. Lincoln Park.
Yep, correction, 2nd down.
Antonio Brown. Come on, Mr. Williams. Steelers, Antonio Brown. High snap. King III lost it up. And he caught it. Great concentration by number 21. Aiden Hall of the Moja Jaguars. Very well defended. But excellent concentration, especially in this rain, folks. You're not going to see a better pass play at this age group. Good pass.
And it looks like, yeah.
King III put it up there. He just looked it in.
And it mirrors the play we've seen at the other end of the field in the first half. And you had number 10, Ray John Anglin, on the coverage. But, great coverage, just a better throw. Better catch.
Good job, young man. Good job.
Is that 2 for 2 for King passing?
Well, they do need to get a score to put the game a little bit more out of reach. Good job getting around Judge. King III, who was a workhorse in the first half. Tough cookie to bring down. As he tests the left side of that defense.
See a lot of red helmets around the ball.
Yeah, a straight snap defense. Was able to get around and break containment of defensive end. Number 10, trying to push him down. You got to grab him and pull him down. He'll come out on this play. See Coach giving the directions to the kids. They're all fired up. See 28 right there, Alonzo, he's fired up because he started this whole thing off with a pickup of about 5 yards. So he wants to see his running backs to do good too. They test right up the middle and they give it to another big guy.
Yeah, he rumbles right in the end zone.
You know they say, where's the beef? We found the beef. It was on that drive as the big guys carried the national team all the way down the field for a score. It's just a good job right there by Christopher Lucius, finding the hole, and his man Alonzo say, hey, follow me, my man. I got you on this.
Lineman blocking, lineman carry.
There it is. He wasn't going to let that ball go. He's stiff arming, pulling, pushing.
Cleveland Stallion, Christopher Lucius.
Good job, Christopher. Good job.
And Christopher comes from a football family.
Well, you can kind of tell. He's not scared of anything. And there it is. They go up and by another touchdown. Another 6 points. The All-Stars of the American Conference have got to hold it together. They're not out of this game yet. They got some big play people on their team. But that big jumbo package surprised a whole lot of people, including that American Conference defense.
Yeah, I don't think the defense was ready for the big boys. And when you think about it in practice, you gear up all week for the speed of Robert King, for the speed of McLean. You gear up for Tristan Hughes, and then come second half, you don't see any of them.
Yeah, you see 2 of them in one. Those big guys coming at you, and you got to buckle your neck and bend your knees, and you got to pop them hips and be ready to take them on. And they caught the American Conference by such a surprise. They didn't know exactly what to do, but I'm pretty sure Coach William Penn will have them together on this series and have this American All-Star team ready to fight their way to get back into this ball game. 13-0. 4:55 to go in the third quarter. Successful drive. Ball was placed on the 35-yard line at the beginning of the second half. And
I think Penn will settle down and get it together. This is his first time coaching an All-Star game First head coach and first time having experience in the game, where you got Coach Mike Miller over there. He's got a little all-star experience. He's been on a few staffs. His first time being a head coach. So he's using what he learned in the past to gain the edge right now in the inexperienced pen.
What he needs right now is he needs a big play. So when you take a look at their roster, and you got Jamal Goodson, and you got Zaire Larry and Antoine Livingston, you got guys that can score. You got to give them the football. And that's a good job right there by number 2 to get up in there and hit it hard for the American team. And that ball carrier was Cameron C. of the Ohio Cardinals, showing some pretty good vision as he was bottled up there, but then he got it going north and south and was able to pick up 2 yards, a long 2, as we look at 2nd down and 8. Coach Ben giving them the instructions. As you can tell, folks, the play clock is not strictly enforced on this level. They're still learning, still being taught how to play the game, how to stay mentally engaged.
Come on, get out. Come on, get out here.
It won't be called for illegal procedure because he was in motion. And the big guy, number 33, just swallowed him up.
Chris Arzu, CMHA Renegades.
Yeah, there's a little confusion on that play.
Yeah.
On who's supposed to block who. You can see 33 and 31 still talking about it.
And Chris just burst through that line and got penetration right away. Chris is another Browns fan, and his favorite player is Jarvis Landry.
Yeah, they like them big money guys, huh? Wow.
And right now, heading the defense for the national team, you got George Freeman from the Cleveland Stallions.
The handoff, a reverse handoff, number 1. Puts on a good move, and he gets outside. He's trying to get some positive yards. Looks like he's got the first down. They're trying to rip the ball from him. He's getting some help, too.
Oh.
Good job. Good teamwork right there. As the ball carrier for the American Conference All-Stars is number 1.
And that's Antoine Livingston from Northeast Ohio Saints.
Yeah, those are the guys they got to get the ball to.
In pursuit is another Saint. And Antoine Livingston played for the Saints Orange team, and he was being tackled by members of the Saints White team. So you do see Saints helmets on both sides of the ball right now.
Yeah, we failed to mention that earlier in the game. If you got confused about that, they had enough kids to have 2 teams in the same division, 1 white, 1 orange. So you're going to naturally have players from both organizations on each side of the football. But that was a well-needed big play for the American All-Stars. 2 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter as they line up. So you got number 2 will be taking the snap, Cameron C. He hands it off to number 5. He's fighting, but Telfair is on the tackle. Number 5 on the tackle for them, for the American team. Carrying the football.
Carrying Zaire Larry, Ohio Cardinals.
Yeah, Zaire Larry, 6th leading scorer in the league, 62 points. We take a look at this midget division. You can see if you have a program that PAL 6 won the red division, Glenville Elite Panthers won the gold division, Moja Jaguars won the blue division on the National Conference side, and Northeast Ohio Saints White won the white division at 6-0. So Saints and Pal 6 with only 2 undefeated teams, with them also meeting in the championship game where the Saints walked away with a championship led by DeAndre Bell. Congratulations, guys.
Dead ball. Encroachment on the defense.
That's veteran official Bruce Hill on the call.
So that'll give them a 5-yard plus advantage as they march into National Conference All-Star territory. Under the center snap, he hands it off to number 6, streaks around the left side, the right side. And the American League ball carrier was Jamal Goodson. Not quite able to pick up enough for the first down, so it'll be third down and a 6. Scoreboard says 5. I'll agree with him. We'll see what play they come up here with. They got to keep this drive alive. This is 2-down territory. CC get underneath a quick hitter right up the middle. And wow, he got little or nothing.
And that'll be the last play of the third quarter.
Well, here we go with 4. Thank you, Jason, for joining me. When we come back, my partner Tim Wells will be in the house as the American Conference All-Stars are trying to scratch out of a deficit of 13-0 as the National All-Stars are in the league. We'll be right back.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Welcome back to Collinwood Field. It has been a rainy and nippy night, but John Good, these kids have not disappointed us.
No, they haven't. American Conference team has had an offensive explosion. They put up 13 points, and their defense is playing pretty stellar.
And a nice job by the ball carrier, number 1. Again, Antoine Livingston from the Northeast Saints, 3rd in scoring in the league with a merit roll student. But first of all, folks, we want to wish you, as we get ready for the big man in the red suit coming around the corner. It's the holiday season here on TV20. Please stay tuned because we got so much coming up during the holiday year. And again, it's a very special type of season. So you youngsters that are out there watching, you know the deal. Got to be good if you're going to get anything.
Illegal participation on the defense, 15 yards.
So illegal participation, I figured too many men on the field.
Too many men on the field. They didn't sub properly. They got caught, and that's just what the American Conference All-Stars needed, because the clock is the biggest enemy right now.
So the American, who trailed by a couple touchdowns, are trying to knock on the door and eliminate that 0. He's going to carry it to the outside, cuts it up. 30, knocked down, but a nice pickup. It'll now make it about a 2nd down and maybe 1.
Yeah, Cameron Seed just doing a good job of bouncing it outside, trying to find some greener pastures to run to. The intensity is picked up by Coach Kevin Penn. See right here, that little mix-up in the backfield. He ended up keeping the football. That's the the downside of having such limited practices. You're going to have some blown assignments. You just hope they don't hurt you too bad.
So there you're looking at Cameron C. from the Ohio Cardinals. Young man had a pretty good year for his team.
Yeah. Oh! Oh, my. You can hear the crunch way up here.
Tell me they ain't having some fun out there.
Yeah, they're 24. He's letting it be known for the top of his lungs. Lucius. He's looking, is looking, and then just runs right into.
So is that Brandon Gay on the tackle?
Yep, number 6, Brandon Gay.
Merit Roll student. There's the young man from the Umoja Jaguars, a Baker Mayfield supporter. Handoff, outside.
Oh,
still going.
He's slippery.
Coming this way.
You guys look at
Gonna look for a little help.
Yeah.
He's cutting it back, John. 20, 10, 5.
Trying to get in there. Wow.
That's a run.
That was an excellent effort by Antoine Livingston. He cuts it out starts out to the left, gets upfield. Look like he picks about 2 or 3 yards, but then he gets twisted around, and he sees pursuit coming, and he's just looking for some help. Number 33 is trying to find somebody to block, but he's looking the wrong way.
So first down and goal.
He's tired.
Oh, heck yeah. He probably ran about 30 yards, even though he picked up about 10 or 12, but enough for a first down.
Yeah, they got to get the ball in the end zone quickly so they can get a stop on defense, and they can get the ball back to get another score.
To the goal line.
Oh.
Touchdown! We're on the board, they said. We're on the board.
There you go.
Jamal Goodson. The guy that knows the end zone with some big runs during the regular season from the PAL 6 Red Dogs. Look at it here, John.
Yeah, Jamal Goodson had a good championship game, too. Finishing off his midget career with a touchdown in the All-Star game. Just doing a good job right here. Just following his blocks, cut up inside, smells the goal line, and punches it in.
So they'll go for the extra point right here.
This is a big one.
They need to get in.
Uh-oh.
He cut it up. Nothing doing.
Woo! He let the hammer down, number 6.
So with 5:15 to go in the fourth quarter, they do put themselves in a position to be within striking distance.
That was Brandon Gay on that tackle.
And folks, we want to remind you that next week, even though it is the holiday season, we'll be back here at Collinwood Field, John Good and myself, and it'll be the big boys. The Bantam All-Stars will square up right here at Collinwood Field. And John, when we're talking about these kids, some of them will play for their final time in the Cleveland Muni Football League.
Yeah, but there's no better way, Tim, to go out on top in the Bantam division, playing in the All-Star game. It's a true showcase of the best 12 and 13, some 14-year-olds in this part of the state. There'll be plenty of people here to witness it. There'll be a lot of high school coaches here to take a look at the fine talent. And it's a sad day in one area, but it's a happy day to see how these guys have grown up, as we've had the pleasure over the last 6-7 years to watch them mature and be great student athletes.
So we're looking at Bruce Hill. They'll get him started here. We're in the fourth quarter, 5:15 to go. The national team in white, you can see they lead. It's 1st and 10. And immediately we get a whistle on a false start.
Yep, false start.
Dead ball. False start. Offense. 5 yards. First down.
Now how the Nationals want to start this off. This American team, they need another score, and they don't want the clock to stop.
They need to protect the football because obviously on the other side, the Americans are looking to get that ball back. And a turnover would be just what they would be hoping for.
You got to be careful because this national team can throw the ball on you too.
To the outside.
Whoa.
One missed tackle.
King the third. And number 28, he's got to rev it back up again. Alonzo. They got to get his motor running so that he can get some help carrying that football. This game's not over with yet. You see King the third starts off in the middle and bounces outside to the left. Got slowed down right there by number 35. Brought him down. That's Elijah Phillips from the Wolverines.
Second down 10. Caught immediately in the back run for a loss of about 3 yards. This will now make it third and 13.
Sorry, I meant Davion Marlin was the tackler on that last play. This is gonna be a tough down right here. They got to get positive yards, and they got to get that offensive line coming off the football. They got to keep the ball. If they don't, there's plenty of time left. 4 minutes, and we're below the 4-minute mark. But anything can happen. They got to secure the ball first.
Third down, big play right here. Cuts inside, he gets hit. And there's a whole host of them there.
Uh-oh.
But nothing doing now. It's fourth down. John, you got to believe they're going to do the automatic punt here. They look at our official, and apparently they have made a decision that they'll move the ball 20 yards up the field, which means now the American All-Stars will start. Should be right about around the 40-yard line. Let's put it on the 38.
And what we got? Do we have a timeout?
No, it's just because they're adjusting the
15-second.
Yeah, it's the 15-second runoff.
Right.
So they'll start with the ball.
Oh, this is going to be good. 3:09 left to go in the ball game. American team down by 7.
So they're on the 43-yard line.
Not bad field position. And Coach Penn found something in that last possession. Let's see if he was able to bottle it up and get the kids to drink it again and get this ball in the end zone.
Again, moms and dads that are there at home watching this for the first time, you can always go to the clevelandmunifootball.org website. It'll tell you where the organizations are in your neighborhoods and the different divisions that they offer under the organizational tab. So if you're interested, remember it is no weight limit. It's got the different age groups, so you might want to hop on that computer and take a look and plan for the future.
All coaches are certified in player safety and coaching techniques.
Handoff.
Uh-oh.
A little bit of yardage.
Nice gain on first down.
They picked up about 8 yards on that. I'll give them 7 for sure. Second down and about 3.
See right here, he starts off to the left, finds a little crease, and wow, look at that block right there. Number 4, good job.
So Antoine Livingston, third in the scoring and leading. Trying to give him a spark.
And good job by Tanachi McLean.
So we have a young man down on the field.
I think that was because of Tanachi. He surprised him. He wasn't ready for that.
Let's take a look at this one more time.
I think he got surprised. See right And there Ford peels back and boom.
Oh, right there.
He didn't even see him.
Yep, he didn't see him. Walked right into it.
Clean hit on a big guy too. I don't know, Tanachi's chest is sticking out a little further tonight.
So 2nd down and 3. 2:49 to go. The rain is back.
Yes, it is.
And it will always be Cleveland, Northeast Ohio weather. You can see the cold with the breaths of the players. But they've hung in there, you know, with these kind of conditions. You know, they've been able to pretty much take care of the football.
Yeah, and a few turnovers, but for the most part, they've been doing pretty good. Uh-oh, he got around.
Outside.
If he can get upfield.
Missed tackle. Still running. Still running. Finally stepped out of bounds. And a nice run by number 17, Jaquan Gibson from the Pal 6 Red Dogs.
Yeah, I mean, you ever see those old clunker trucks, Tim, that go down the street with stuff hanging all off of them? He just got things hanging off of him, flying around, and nobody can get a hand on him. They can't bring him down. He's juggling the ball. He's being very effective.
There's Jaquan Gibson. Again, an honor roll student at his school. Likes the Cowboys.
Yeah, I've had the pleasure of meeting Jaquan, too, and he's a talker, Tim.
Is he?
Oh, my goodness. He might be taking one of our spots here one day. He is a talker. Great bubbly personality. He's got a bright future.
So 1st down and 10, 2.5 to go. They're on their 40. 40 yards away from putting them within 1. Handoff, 40,
Goodson.
30,
Look at Goodson.
20. Finally knocked out of bounds at the 20-yard line, and another 1st down for the American All-Stars.
Yep, it must be talker's time because he's a talker too, Tim. Javon does a good job of just following his blockers and getting upfield. And as you see, Hughes just gets enough of him to get him out of bounds, but just an excellent job. Number one of the leading scorers in Muni Football League this season in the midget division, out there blocking. Can't tell me these guys aren't complete ball players. That was Antoine Livingston leading the way.
1st down and 10. Timeout on the field. Those timeouts they used right before the half, John, they now look bigger than ever. They probably would love to have those back.
Yeah, I didn't understand that when they called a timeout. It was the American team that called the timeout. 5 seconds to go. They didn't have much to work with. They were deep in their own territory. They really need that timeout right now. It looks like the national team bailed them out right here. Now they just have to drop a play by Coach Penn to make sure that they get into the end zone. It's been a great game.
Let's go in that huddle and hear what the coach has to say.
Double wide receiver left. Hey, y'all doing a great job. Double wide receiver left. Full house. Great. 40 seconds. Okay? Crash block right. One receiver wide, one receiver tight. Keep on blocking middle, y'all. We got him. Ready!
Hey, just lay somebody out going.
I don't even know what that is. I'm a football guy. These kids are smart as I don't know what.
Double wide receiver left in 47.
47. Yeah. So that's 4 back through the 7 hole.
So it sounds like to me.
Or double. Did you say double?
They're going wide here. I can tell you that one.
Okay,
Got to be
so
going wide.
They got a slot to the top, to the left. They got shotgun. No, he's under the center.
Here he goes.
Oh, there's 47. Cut it upfield. Uh-oh, got a lane. No, it won't go around the long way.
Picked up a block.
Get out
there.
of bounds. He did not get out of bounds, did he?
You would want the clock runs 2 minutes. Clock runs.
Clock is running.
It'll be 2nd down, and it looks like they need about 2 yards to go to make it 1st and goal. They still have time. 1:45. The American All-Stars on the move. They trail by 7. a touchdown and an extra point will give them the tie. Anything less, it was a heck of a fight.
They need it. They need this one right here. I think the quicker they score, the better. The offensive line has really got to do their job. No turnovers.
Handoff.
Oh, you get oh!
There's a heck of a tackle.
Wow.
By number 7 from the National All-Stars, Tristan Hughes.
Oh yeah, that was a touchdown saving tackle right there, Tim. He was about to bounce it outside and be gone. And believe me, if Tristan Hughes is inside, there's nobody on the outside that's going to catch him.
So 3rd down and 2. They need the first down. He's in trouble.
That was a crazy handoff.
And nothing doing there. And now the clock stops. And the American All-Stars will use one of their final timeouts.
Okay, there's some confusion with the coaches. Coach Penn has got this. He's going to try to... Like there was a personnel situation there that didn't go right. They decided to go with Antoine.
John, I got to question the call the last couple. Wide. All you need is 2 inside. Then you got the first down, clock stops. Now you're 1st and goal, but it didn't work. But on the other hand, they've had some success running outside.
Yeah, they really have. Especially if Jovan would have been able to make it outside on the play before the last one we had right there. If he'd have been able to get out there, but that's the value of having a Tristan Hughes on defense. The kid makes plays all over the field, and that's why he's out there. Now we have to see what Coach Penn is going to come up with to see if he can get this game, get this game a little tighter.
And on the other side, Michael Miller, the head coach of the Nationals, saying, guys, we need one more stop. Just one more stop, and it's ours.
I think they're going to score.
Here we go, 4th down. They need 6 just to pick up the first.
I would stay away from Hughes, but he's on the wide side of the field right now. And they go that way. And he got through. There he goes.
20. 5, all the way in.
First down, clock stops.
It's first down.
Got to talk to
and
them.
Goal.
They got to talk to the team. Got to hurry up and talk to the team. You got to get the play call, Coach.
So here we go. Look at it here. One missed tackle, runs to the outside, gets a block, and fouls his blocker as far as it'll take him. But Jamal Goodson saying, not so fast yet. We're still coming. So timeout's been called, and they're talking about coaches in the huddle.
Yeah, they're just messing with each other, trying to throw the concentration off.
So here we go, 26 seconds to go. I don't know if they have one more timeout. I've been asked, because I think they are out, but we'll find out right here.
Yeah, you got somebody lined up around instead of calling the penalty. They're going to do some corrective refereeing.
Handoff.
Oh,
to the outside.
Move. Got it blocked.
To the
He's
corner.
going to make it. Yeah. Woo! How about that? He had about 6 penalties on the play before the ball was snapped, but hey, who's looking?
And he went right in there. It was number 1, Antoine Livingston.
Oh, he wanted it bad too, Tim. Look how much he revved it up here. That was a good job of setting up Telfair on the outside for the outside. He dipped inside and went outside. That's an experienced touchdown maker right there.
13-12. If they put it in, we're tied. And for you at home, there will not be no overtime. We will leave it a tie at that and go home even.
Nobody has bragging rights.
So here we go. Can they tie it?
You got defense with a timeout.
So timeout, National All-Stars.
What a great game. You saw this American Conference team get back into it, coming out in the second half with the big package. They just gave the ball to a few linemen, ran it down the middle of the field. Then the big guy, I believe it was Lucius, who scored the touchdown after Alonzo carried the ball a couple times to pick up big chunks that put the national team, the American team on their heels. And this has been a great treat. I know you folks at home are watching it. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I can't think of a better way to celebrate football in Northeast Ohio, with the home of football being played by the youngsters in our area and the future stars of the game.
And John, we'd be remiss if we don't send a special word of thanks, especially to Boyd Watterson, who has sponsored the All-Star games this year, as well as our other sponsors, been with the league all year long. The Cleveland Browns, TV20, City of Cleveland, Patty Jameson, Tim Hyland, Cleveland Metropolitan Schools, SC Blueprint, and so many more volunteers. We thank you for making this a memorable experience that children will remember for a long, long time.
And I will too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is exciting.
Here we go. It goes in, we're tied. If it don't, it's going to try to cut it up. And the national defense rises to the occasion.
Wow. This is a great effort. Good defense.
They took a hell of a run at him. They played with their hearts.
Yeah, they went with their main man, their number one weapon, Jovan Goodson. He just couldn't quite make it to the end zone. Just good defense. Telfair wanted to make sure he made amends for giving up that touchdown. They came up and made the big stop. Good job. Aerial shots. I love the aerial shots.
You are looking at Collinwood Athletic Complex, and you've been watching the Midget All-Star games. Again, right after this is over, Jason Dunn will be down on the field. He'll have our outstanding players. And I think they are lining it up, and they are calling it a ball game.
That's the right thing to do.
Absolutely. You don't want this someone to get hurt on a play that ain't going to mean nothing here.
After the great game these kids gave us, the effort they put out on the field, you're right. We don't want to get anybody hurt. We don't want to have any soil feelings. Both of these teams have a lot to be proud of, and these will be memories that they will enjoy forever.
So, folks, stay with us, because when we'll be back, we'll be down on the field with our league director, Jason Dunn.
Become a professional American Red Cross certified lifeguard today. You must be at least 15 years of age, be able to swim 500 yards nonstop, retrieve a 10-pound weight from the bottom of a pool, and pass a written test. Lifeguard training classes are signing up right now. For more information, call 664-3018. That's 664-3018.
I'm down on the field now at the conclusion of a very exciting Midget Division All-Star game. This All-Star game right here was probably one of the best All-Star games we've had in years. Head coach by the national team from the Cleveland Stallions, Coach Mike Miller, and head coach by Pal 6, Kevin Penn. KP, we'll talk to you first. We had an All-Star game that ended in a 13-12 victory by the national squad. You guys got it back rolling, and you started to dial up some offense in the second half. You know, what changes did you make at halftime to jumpstart the offense and get the kids rolling in the second half?
Well, our defensive line pressure was amazing in the first half, so we had to double team the middle. Once we double team the middle, we used our speed to get to the outside, and the game changed.
This game came down to one play, came down to an extra point. And Coach Mike, let's run back this extra point back, and let's talk about your mindset going into the extra point. You guys took a timeout, regrouped. What did you do at that timeout?
Well, this was the first year we went unlimited weight, right? So I made sure all 5 of my linemen touched the ball. So we went to our hamburger package, and the big boy got in the end zone.
To the hamburger package. And I'm going to tell you, that was no kids' meal. So now I'm going to do the specialty awards. And first, I'm going to present our defensive MVP. Number 22, with 1 fumble recovery from the Ohio Cardinals, Chase Youngblood.
Okay, Chase.
And Chase assisted on 5 tackles. Chase, defensive MVP in the All-Star game. What do this mean to you, Chase?
Man, this is very special. My first time being in an All-Star game, and it was very hard. I did.
Now, would you like to thank anybody, Chase?
Yes, I like my trainer, Coach Gino. I like my dad, my teammates, my team, and my head coach, Coach Dorsey.
There we go. Hey, I need to get your phone number when we finish. I need to get in touch with your trainer. Okay. Now, our 2018 Midget Division All-Star Offensive MVP. With 49 yards rushing, 2 pass completions, 31 yards passing, and a passing touchdown. Number 2 from the Cleveland Stallions, Robert King.
Let's go!
Robert King. Hey, you did a tremendous job out there running that offense. You made big plays all over the field, and nothing bigger than that touchdown pass you threw. You want to talk about that?
Well, number 3, he was running, so I threw it, and I tried to lead him so he can catch it. And then once I looked, he was in the end zone.
Sound good to me.
Hey, and you know what? One thing I noticed on that play is you had a lot of time in the pocket. So would you like to thank anybody?
Yeah, I'd like to thank all my linemen.
Great job. Now, you know what? I got one more specialty award to give. And this one right here is our 2018 Midget Division Coach of the Year. Now, we use wins and losses to measure a team's success on the field. But what the coaches do off the field, the dedication of the coaches year in, year out, you know, day by day, being the father figures, role models, teachers, providing meals, rides, and nobody shined brighter this year than Coach Kevin Penn. I had the pleasure of seeing Coach Kevin in action a few times this year. And as we go through our selection process for Coaches of the Year, and we poll, we talk to other coordinators, other teams, and just to know what everybody else said about you and, you know, how everybody received you on the field and your interaction with the kid, the work you do over there in your community and what you mean to Pile 6. So on behalf of the Cleveland Muni Football League, I want to thank you and also present you with the 2018 Coach of the Year Award. Now, Coach, I know it's not easy, and, you know, coaches, you know, make the ultimate sacrifice with time away from their family to provide for others. And we use football as the hook, but we're in the business of saving lives and building communities.
Yes, every day at the end of practice, I tell my guys go home, do their push-ups, and do their prayers. And that's going to get us through everything. We work hard together as a family, and the parents help and support, and all these coaches. And we're trying to do better for our community in Cleveland. Yes, sir.
And one thing I also noticed is as we went through and we took a look at report cards, your team really shined bright, and you have a lot of kids on that roster that are merit roll and honor roll students. So my challenge to you during the offseason is just continue to stay in touch and continue to push the kids academically, which I know you will.
Yes, sir. Yes, we preach that every day, and we penalize guys when they come to practice and they're not handling their business at school. Running and doing push-ups all practice. We don't send them home and make them quit. We make them earn their way back on the team.
Yeah. Great job, Kevin. All right, and that's all from your 2018 Midget Division Championship game. Now I'm going to toss it back up to you, Tim.
Well, thank you, Jason. It's been a great day for a lot of midget youngsters, ages 8 and 9 that you saw play here from Collinwood Field. It'll wrap up their division and their season. We do want to remind you that next week we'll be right back here at Collinwood Field where it'll be the big boys, the bantamweight and division. But before we leave, we want to take a look at some of the faces, some of the great plays that were part of the 2018 Midget All-Star Game. Also from Joe Record, our league president, Jason Dunn, our league director, John Good, the assistant league president, and myself, we want to wish you and your family a very happy holiday season. So for this day, it belongs to the Midget All-Stars for a job well done. Good night, everyone.